What's up? Welcome to themindscreed.
This episode's going to be a little bit different. What we're doing at the moment, we had an idea to do like a book kind of series. So we've got a big list of some really freaking badass types of books that we're going to be going through. If you feel like you ain't got time to read a book, or yeah, basically a lot of the things going on and whatnot. You don't feel like we've got time. We're going to do it for you, basically. So we're gonna read the books, do a summary, if that's the right word, interpret it in our own way, and then share it with you guys.
Yeah, and at the end of like each episode we do, we're gonna let you guys know which book we're gonna do the next time. So if you wanna read the book as well, you can read it and then sort of compare notes with us the next time we do it.
Good idea. Today's book is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways by Susan Jeffers. It's a great book on overcoming fear. So we're not really gonna summarize it, but we're just gonna sort of pick up the main points that we found useful in it as well. Yeah, definitely. I don't think with some books it's sometimes a bit of a drag, but it was really well put together.
Yeah, it's not that long as well. It's a really quick read, and she shares her ideas really clearly and simple. So it's not that hard to understand as well.
Yeah, it's not really complicated at all, is it?
Yeah.
So I was slightly procrastinating on this one. So I already got like a little bit.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Tawanga's probably got like freaking pages done. Like
pages. I've got like 4 sides. Well, technically 3 sides.
Fuck's sake, man. That's what I was meant to do. I messaged him and I was like, alright Tawanga, I'm gonna do the notes and everything on Fear the Fear and do it anyway and all that kind of shit. We're not sponsored, but I'm just saying that. I don't know why I had to say it, but we're not sponsored. But if you want to sponsor us somehow, I don't know, we can get some money out of it.
From her?
Yeah. It's not for the money, but, you know, giving somebody. What was I saying anyway? But yeah, anyway, I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's fine, we can share these notes. Well, the book starts off, I think it starts off with her like outlining like 3 levels of fear.
Yeah.
So there's like level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 fears are those that happen to you, like aging, or like everyone's afraid of getting old or getting ill, and those that like, and this is still level 1, so those that you have to act on as well. So those that require you to do something about, like going back to school or starting a new business or something like that. You know.
When she got pregnant, she had a kid in it. Because she isn't from this era, she's from era's changed. It's always changing, isn't it? But she said that her family, friends, husband at the time or whatnot and all that were really kind of like negative on the fact that she ain't following the social what is it called? The social, the community's type of idea of what you're meant to be. Back then, and maybe a little bit now, but not as much. There was like saying you have to stay at home. You have to be a stay-at-home mom. You can't have a kid and then go to college or back to that. But she went against that.
Right. So she went against like the social norm.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess.
And she started off with those fears, didn't she? She said that the first one was the fear with the fear. No, it wasn't that big. She said a fundamental fear is that we won't be able to handle what life throws at us or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe we don't truly think we're worth it of it.
That's the 3rd level of fear. So she outlines 3 levels of fear. Like level 1 fears. I'm just gonna quickly outline it. So level 1 fears are those that happen to you. Level 2 fears are like rejection or feeling helpless, or even like fear of success, because people have like success barriers and stuff. Disapproval from other people, loss of your self-image and stuff. And then level 3 fears are those that you believe you can't handle if they happen to you. And that's what she says, like the fundamental fear is like you can't handle whatever life brings to you or something like that. Yeah. And she poses the question. She says that if you knew you could handle anything that was thrown at you, then what would you really be afraid of?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that quote, fake evidence appearing real is what fear stands for. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Along the lines of that.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that, like a few days ago. I was thinking like, what was that acronym again? I kept saying fake images appearing real.
Fake evidence appearing real or something like that.
Yeah.
It's something to fear, but fear itself. And it's always like freaking forced upon us, fear is. Because I feel like when we are afraid and fearful, we're more vulnerable, I guess. And more easily persuaded.
Right.
Through like wanting to be accepted into culture, society, and the norm, how it's all meant to be.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see where you're coming from. It's sort of like because when we're afraid, it's sort of like it's a foreign feeling as well. It's like because you don't know what's gonna happen. And that's also like part of the fear as well, so it's unknown territory. And that's probably why people are more susceptible to like being persuaded or something like that.
It's of that change as well, isn't it? Oh, there's another one as well that come to mind, like 90% of the things we worry about never actually happen, or something like that.
Yeah, it's all imagined. Yeah.
I was watching this comedian as well, I forgot his name now, that sucks because I love this comedian.
Is it British?
No, American. He's like George Collins. He's on them types of things. Social awareness kind of comedian. And he was just speaking about fear. Forget that anyway. Yeah, so she makes like different practices in it.
Oh yeah.
In the book as well.
Yeah, that's what I love about this book. Like it's a self-improvement book, but it's not just all talk. It's not just like, hey, believe and it's gonna happen, but it actually gives you specific practical things to do and help you like work through that fear.
I think that's bullshit, the secret. I feel like it's nice to a certain extent. Just move that.
Whoa.
Sorry. I think it's nice to a certain extent.
I got scared for a bit there. I felt the fear. But I didn't know what to do.
Whoa.
But yeah, anyways, go on. The Secret. I've never actually read that, but like people keep saying this book.
It's a big seller, isn't it? It's nice. Like the positive mental attitude case of it. Oh shit! While I was on the train, I was thinking, because positive thoughts, they can help a lot, but it's really positive action that is the foundation. If you're a gardener, if I'm a gardener and I'm having positive thoughts, those positive seeds are like an intention, or I'll do that, but I can easily procrastinate on throwing the seeds on the soil. But positive action would me be actually getting the seeds and pouring some nice soil, digging it up, actually planting the seeds in there. And then that creates like trees of positivity or plants of it.
Right, so when you're able to so when you actually act on it, so when you plan it, instead of like just floating in the idea of doing it.
Yeah. If you was going to execute something, would you spend 90% thinking about it, and then 10% doing it, or 90% doing it, and then 10% thinking about it? That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well. Like for yourself as well, watching, like what would you do?
Yeah, put that in the comment section of the video.
Yeah, don't just say it to the screen.
Yeah.
Because we can't hear it, sorry.
I know, sorry. Like,
it doesn't work.
I know you're shouting at the screen right now, but we can't hear you, you know. Just comment, like, share, subscribe.
Nice plug.
But yeah, I know what you mean. So like, I'll probably do, like the ideal way of doing it is 50-50. Or
Yeah.
even like maybe 40-50, 40-60. So thinking about it 40% and then putting more action into it. Especially if you want to like have some tangible results from whatever it is you're thinking about.
I just feel like positive action is more powerful than positive thought.
Mm.
Because positive action, if the chicken comes before the egg, positive action is the chicken and the egg is the thought. If that makes any sense at all.
Right, so the action hatches out of the idea.
Jeez, my mind. My mind's going.
You go, which one came first, the idea or the action? I mean, it's not a good analogy, let's just say that.
No.
Because it's too secular. And we're talking about a linear idea, so you make it the idea and then the action. Yeah. And that's a tangent anyways. So back to the book, she also says there's like 5 truths. 5 truths about fear. The first one is fear will never go away in the presence of growth.
Yeah, this is where I got to.
Is that how far you read?
No, I have read it. I like Audible. I'm more for the Audible. Like, I can focus on things, but reading is a bit more difficult for me. So I'm more of a creative field. Enough for me. I've listened to it quite a few times. And I listened to it again this morning, thinking, shit, man, I know Twanga's probably like done good and that, and then I'm just slacking, like, oh. But I did listen, I had a bit of breakfast. I'm going to just excuses are going to come out now, innit? I forget excuses, I'm procrastinating, right? I was doing art and shit, that's my excuse. But I wrote a little bit down this morning, and that's where I got to, but then I had to do a tattoo, so I had to get my shit, and then I had to go here, then I had to go there, and like, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. We can use my notes. Okay, so 5 truths. One truth is that fear will never go away in the presence of growth. So if you're gonna be out there trying to improve yourself, that's like, because you don't know what's gonna happen as well. So like it's you're going into territory that you have no experience in, and if you're looking to change yourself, you're gonna have to like you will feel that anxious feeling.
You're going to have to live, not just exist.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's powerful, man. Just the littlest of things, like she says in one of the book, if you know someone, if you look up to someone, whether they're an idol, try get their number, and just ring them up. Doesn't matter if you've got nothing to speak to them about, because if you've done it, you're gonna feel good about yourself.
Yeah, unless you did it.
I used to not want to talk like on the phone, like I'd make someone else phone them and pretend that they were me. I'd be so anxious. I'd be so fearful of the littlest of things. But you've just got to, deep down that you've got to do these things to push yourself forward. Doesn't matter how small or big it is. You've got to do these little accomplish things every day.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel good, man.
Yeah, just take little steps at a time.
It builds up your self-esteem as well, and your confidence, and she talks a bit about that as well. You've got it more like formal than that, how I wanted to do it, but I'm just kind of getting into like little bits of the books that I can just remember that I've got.
Could haves, ifs. Come on. Second truth is that you will have to do whatever it is you're afraid of in order to get rid of that fear. So if you're afraid to like do public speaking or anything like that, you actually have to do public speaking and feel that fear doing it as well, and just be comfortable in that space. Like I just read this book, so I haven't really put any of these things in practice, but had some experiences of what she's talking about feeling like not doing something just because you're afraid of it, and that really doesn't make you not afraid of the thing that you're afraid of. Does that make sense? I feel like I just said something very confusing.
Not doing something because you're afraid, but I don't know.
Yeah, so if you're afraid of something, you have to do it. Now, I'm not saying that if you're afraid to die, kill yourself. That's still
yeah, it's not to that extent,
like how? Like, say if you're afraid of, like, you see a girl that you like and you're like, oh, I could talk to her, but I'm scared of talking to her. Just go talk to her, man.
What's the worst that can happen?
That she slaps you in the face, kicks you in the
Jeez,
balls.
that's bad, man. I was thinking just like, no, you've been neglected.
Well, that's the thing. Like, some guys would rather she like slaps you in the face than her say no, because rejection somehow hurts more than
some people can't
pain.
bear it.
Yeah.
But fuck that thinking, man. If you get rejected, you get rejected. On to the next one.
Exactly, man. Don't stick around. There's plenty of sea in the fish.
It's fucking brilliant, that is.
Yeah, and that's basically what her third truth is. Like, the only way to feel better is to go out and actually do that thing, innit? And that's what you were talking about before. Like, it's gonna help your self-esteem if you actually do it, because you're taking action towards that, whatever that goal is that you have. And the fourth truth is fear is present in unfamiliar territory, and
so is growth.
So it's present it's there in the presence of growth, isn't it? And she says everyone feels fear, and everyone does feel fear, because even like say, like those people who are really really good at public speaking, if you ask them whether they get scared or whether they're afraid or not, like they'll tell you they're afraid, but
and if they're not, they're lying.
No, everyone. Well, if they're not, then they're psychopaths. Yeah. That's like.
Yeah, you can't. Like she said, the one truth, and you can't distinguish fear 100%.
Yeah.
And if you can, if you have, you're a psychopath.
You're psycho.
Good.
Yeah. Exactly. So everyone feels fear, and it's okay to feel it. Like the only difference is like those who are really good at what they do, they feel the fear, and like the title says, they just go about and do whatever it is they need to do anyways. So they don't let their fear hold them back from accomplishing their goals and going after what they want. And then the fifth truth is pushing through the fear is better than dwelling in helplessness. Which is, if we put this on like a more visceral nature type explanation, it's like when when a gazelle is being attacked by a lion. I don't know if it feels fear, but when the lion has the gazelle in its jaws, the gazelle stops like fighting it, and that's what helplessness is.
Yeah, don't lose the will.
So you have to fight through that fear.
Yeah, man, that remind me of that that new David Attenborough. It's old now. It's not old, but it's the latest David Attenborough.
What, on the Nature Channel?
The lizard or something's running through that desert and there's bears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that lizard it never gave up. It still got free, even after it got caught. It started wrapping around.
Wait, it got caught?
Yeah, it got caught as well.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure it did. There was a few that got caught and died. But there was this one that carried on going and going and going.
Yeah, you didn't give up.
It's fucked up. It's as soon as they're born as well. You got to do that. But yeah, he never gave up. So don't give up. Be patient. I think living in the now is important as well. But she does this other thing as well in it, like practice cards called like I'll handle it. You know that bit? Or is that too far in the book? Is that close or?
The practice cards.
Yeah, like placing little cards of like I'll handle it around the house and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw like having like is it sticky notes they're called?
Yeah, that's right.
Just like to remind yourself that you don't have to be afraid, and whatever life throws at you, you can handle it.
Yeah, trust me, you can. Even though you might not think you can't now, you can use that auto suggestion. There's one quote saying like, if you say a lie enough, for an amount of time, certain amount of time, you think yourself will believe it,
Yeah.
as well as everyone else.
Yeah.
Going into that fake it till you make it kind of thing again.
Yeah, exactly. Fake it till you make it.
But actions are important also.
Mm.
What that's saying, every organism has one
And only one central need in life, which is to fulfill its own potentialities.
and with the actions, the organisms within us, the trillions of billions of twangas and billies, with those self-empowering body language, action movements, and reading the I'll handle it and everything, it makes these guys, these little like cells and everything go ballistic, not in a bad sense, not in a bad sense, in a holy shit, yeah, I can do it, I can handle this. Serotonin and everything comes pumping up.
Keeps you going.
You can handle it.
Yeah.
For me, I put the note in the bathroom, so every time you have a piddle, it's right there. In the mirror, when you wake up, brush your teeth, in the mirror, it's there.
Yeah, so you have to keep reminding yourself and, focus. She says keep positivity in your heart and don't focus on the negative side of things. So, I mean, obviously, pay attention to the negative sides of it, and if you can find a way to like overcome the negative side of it, because you recognize there's a negative side of it, and just work around that and keep a positive mindset. Keep reminding yourself as well, like you can handle whatever life is throwing at you, and that's like really gonna keep you going as well.
Yeah, positive actions. And always remind yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And no, even if that does happen, you can handle it.
Yeah. Yep, and she says it's empowering to have a support group of inspiring people.
Big, that is very big. Even if you're a bit of a hermit, like I was, I'm still a hermit, but I'm trying, to one going there, and I'm actually socialising.
Yes.
When I never had that social circle around me, I had that within the people. It's an invisible like council. But
like a mastermind group.
A mental mastermind. We're gonna cover that book in Think and Grow Rich about a mental mastermind. Talk about that. But the internet is really powerful as well. You don't have to, if you've got all these negative parents, this negative community, negative friends. She speaks about that as well. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We have online now, and I used to have like mastermind group calls as well on certain sites where you could have 10 people in the chat, and you could do like these types of things. They're all out there. If you want, another thing she says, you want to meet good people who are not all of them good, but if you want to meet people who are going to inspire you and push you further, go to seminars as well. You don't have to pay to go to some of them. Some of them are free. You can go to them, and self-improvement places. You're going to find people who are there to self-improve and make connections in that way.
Yeah, because if you're all on the same path to like improve yourself, that's really going to help you improve in your life as well.
The organisms within as well. Is that the right word?
Yeah, the organisms within. Trying to fulfill your potential and live life to the fullest and whatnot.
Yeah, and when they chill within a community, outside of the community, when the community within also subliminally gets the actions and thought patterns of the community out.
Yeah.
Magnificent things happen. They start to change and adapt to grow more. If you're the smartest person in the room, get out of the room. That's just death, man. You need to be in it. If you want to grow, I don't like saying you have to do anything, you know what I mean? Or you have to do this or that. I hate doing that.
Yeah. But if you want to grow, you have to step out of your comfort zone. That's a must.
Of course.
Yeah.
Chill with people who are doing things you want to do or who you want to be or something like that.
So like find, because you could say it's not easy to find role models around you, but again, there's the internet.
Yeah, you got
there's
more
role models everywhere.
excuses.
There's books as well. Books are basically role models.
Big friends, books are big friends, man. If you think about it, someone's put 50 odd years or even more sometimes in a freaking book. You know how much brain power that is? How much effort and that?
Like, people don't read.
Trust me, they don't.
Come on.
They don't?
Read, man. Like books are amazing, man. Like I try to encourage my little brother to read, but he's just like...
You've got to go within the individual and what they like, innit? When I was never reading in school, hated reading. I think from a young age, because it was like discriminated, I guess. Because I was dyslexic and like...
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, jeez, we had like special tables and that in primary. It was bullshit. I don't think you should ever do that.
Right, so that sort of like put you off.
Yeah, of course. So it's like, why should I even bother if I was still that? Yeah. But I don't really like read magazines or comics. It was only till like a few years ago I was like, all right, yeah, I want to read like self-development books and all that kind of stuff. Fuck the negative people who say self-development is a lot of bullshit as well. I know some of it is a bit like, oh, right then, I just got ripped off or something like that. But you have to be open, because this knowledge is everywhere. I feel like the most practical, best self-help books are the ones like such where the book makes you work. It doesn't make you work, you gotta work yourself, but it gives you...
It gives you like actual practical exercises to do.
Yeah.
So things you can actually apply to your life as well. There's something, I think she mentions like splitting your life into these different categories and working on each of them and finding time to work on each category as well. Improve, and she like says she gives tips on how to improve in each one as well, which is really good. Because most self-improvement books will just like tell you, oh yeah, just believe in yourself, which is, it's important to believe in yourself, that's true, but still, if you're not gonna put anything into action, nothing's gonna change. Bless you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So the only way change is gonna happen is if you act on the ideas that you get from books like this one, and step out of the comfort zone and start moving, start getting involved in life.
Please do it. Like, if you can't do it for your mom, your dad, your family, your best friends, your this and that, your little brother, blah blah blah, please just do it for yourself. Please, I don't want you just to watch. It's great if you're watching us talk about these things and we go through this journey together, but I really, for myself as well, I'm not on a high horse or anything, but I don't want you just to watch it. I want you to actually act on it, so then you can share your stories with us and comment below and let us know how this helped you and give us tips as well on what you do that have helped you, so then we can do it also, so we can all be there for each other and help on this like path of growth and whatever you want to call it. Liberty, I guess. That's what I see it as in a sense.
Yeah, it's path to self-improvement. It's path to find yourself.
Real living, man. Don't let it just exist.
Yeah, she says you need to find a balance between passivity and aggression to find a healthy level of assertiveness in your life. So and she proposes two like models, in it, like the no-lose model and the no-win model. So don't focus on what you are going to lose, focus on what you're going to gain instead. Because if you focus on what you're going to lose, that's a negative mindset, and it's not really gonna help you, get what you want or try or improve the area in your life that you want to improve.
Yeah, what you focus on is going to grow rapidly, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to come straight back to you. It's like when we send that message, we send that email to a flock of community, to the organisms, the trillions of, we send that email out to them, and then the chatter box says, all right then, and then it just opens the floodgates up, puts the firewall down, and allows all junk mail and to come to us.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, and that she says so that little voice you hear in your head, that's the chatter box that he's talking about, and it's the ones like the self-doubt and all this negativity. That's where that little voice comes from as well. Right, you were saying about the chatter box.
Yeah, some people have worked on taming it. It may seem like they've fully disintegrated it, but it's not. It's still there. And trust me, you'll know that if you spend half a year or something trying to tame it and using these exercises and affirmations as well, and power poses, good thoughts and good actions.
Yeah.
If you start doing that, trust me, it doesn't take a lot of time at all for the chat box to take over again.
Yeah.
It's like the art of war. We've definitely covered that book as well. We'll do that book, but it's the war that goes within us.
So it's not about like, I mean, it's not about like letting the chatterbox take over. It's about like listening to it, but not acting on what it says. You can pay attention to it, but you don't have to do what it says.
You gotta take it for a walk.
Yeah.
Instead of it letting it take you for a walk.
Yeah.
And you're letting it take you for a walk. Once you listen to the bullshit stories it's telling you of what you believe yourself to be.
Exactly.
It's a chatterbox persona it tries to force on you.
Yeah. It's a horse you have to like learn how to ride.
Yes,
and
trust me, it's a wild horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to tame it. And then once you can tame it, you can take it to shops of prosperity. Like imagine a clothing business, that's a shop. Mindscreed is a shop. These forts are buildings, and you're riding a horse, observing each building as you go by, rather than it just going through some crazy ass like fields, like
taking you to all these
strapped around your leg with your foot, and it's just like galloping, just dragging, like rather than that happening.
Yeah.
But I think that's got to happen to everyone. So you can understand what the dragging is like. I'm sure everyone's experienced more of what the dragging is like than the riding the horse.
Yeah, it's hard. I think meditation helps as well. Like I'm always an advocate for meditation. It helps calm your thoughts down and focus your attention. Right?
Yeah, it's big. Meditation is the one.
And she also goes on about making decisions. So when you make a decision, don't really so before making a decision you should focus on what you're going to gain from that decision, and obviously do all the background work you need to do to find out whatever information you need about that decision you're going to make, and then just trust yourself and lighten up. Because if you focus on like the no-win model, which is like focusing on what you're gonna lose instead of what you're gonna gain, it won't help you with the decision-making process. You're
getting dragged by a horse. Good luck trying to think about like what. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the chicken and fish shop. But
go left. The horse is going where it's going.
It can't hear you.
No, I'm saying. Yeah. The horse is going where it's going, and especially if you focus on what you're gonna lose, so it's better to like focus on what you're gonna gain, and that's a really a good way to go about doing it.
But like you said before, not being too serious about it. While I was coming down on the train, I was listening to it again. She was saying about like visualizing your goal, what you want to do, but then letting it go.
Yeah, like lighten up.
Yeah, let it go. If it don't happen, it don't happen.
Let it go. Let it go. I don't know.
What are you saying? What? How the fuck?
I don't know. Okay. But so don't. Again, so let it go. Like you've already made the decision, you can't do anything just to change it. So don't focus too much on it.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, I know. Like I was thinking about this as well because I'm applying for like university. So I made the application, and because when you apply for something, it's like it's never perfect. You always try to like improve the smallest things. Like let's say a personal statement, like did I write enough? Did I write too much? Did I write the right things? And you just need to, like after you've done it, you finished it, just don't worry about it. Just like you've done as much as you could do, and just trust your instincts, as she says as well, and just let it go. Like move on. It's done. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Right. Yeah, she says action is the key to success, to your success, and you have to. Because I think like life does offer you opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah, loads.
Plenty of opportunities, and you just need to. You need to learn how to say yes. Have you seen that movie, Yes Man?
Yeah.
With Jim Carrey.
Yeah. That was a funny one.
It's like no man, no. Like yes, you have to learn to say yes to life sometimes.
But follow your instinct still, don't be a knob. Like, have your common sense. If someone offers you like a shot of heroin, don't be like, you know what? Yes, man. Yes, I will.
Yes, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, don't be a proper yes, man. Or like, wanna go rob a bank? Yeah,
Yes,
cool. Yeah.
Let's do this. I got the car. I got the getaway car.
Even though I don't have but even like saying I don't like telling people what to do. You can do whatever you want.
No, we're not telling people what to do. We're just outlining what Susan Jeffries is saying. She's telling you what to do, not us. Okay. But yeah, she says, leave room for yes in your life, basically, Because saying yes allows you to create meaning and purpose in whatever you encounter. If you say no, sometimes you close yourself off to opportunities that could have really been rewarding to you,
Yeah, of course. But you gotta still have that common sense and intuition of when to say no also. Because say for instance of someone trying to take the piss with you and use you like a walking mat.
Yeah.
That's the only part that I'm thinking about further. No, but I don't think that's as much to do with the book. So
no, that is actually something to do with the book. She says something about finding a balance between passivity and aggression. So with that, so if people are walking all over you, that's you being passive and you're not doing anything about it. And being aggressive would be like you, I don't know, like fighting them or something like that, throwing chairs at them or stones or whatever.
You gotta be humble, take no shit.
It's a balance between that. So don't allow people to walk all over you.
Yeah, we're gonna cover some nice books on them subjects as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end of the book she goes about giving.
Big one that is, trust me. That's why I like with Project Love. That was it. That was about like that giving thing.
Right.
And it's had to come back and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she says I don't give with the expectation to receive it.
My family learnt me that a very long time ago as growing up as a kid. Not mention any names or what relevance they are, if that makes sense.
Or you just said your family, so.
Yeah, family, but not like my mum or dad or nan or blah blah blah. But they'd do something for me,
Alright.
and then be like, but I did this for you. And then I think to myself, what the fuck? If you're not going to do anything with a kind heart, don't do it at all. You don't give to receive. Otherwise, you're not giving, really. You're taking away and your connection with them and everything, man. It's just like, don't do that to me. Like, you cheeky shit.
It's not really giving, is it?
No, it's not. It's fucking bullshit. It's creating an illusion that you're a good person who's giving, but you're not. Why are you trying to get something in return? And I reckon spirit force or going spirituality now, aren't we? Spirit force or whatever, it knows beyond your bullshit. It knows beyond all the personas and masks you wear. It can see through you like glass. And it knows your true, what's that word again? I always get that word.
Your true intentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. I feel like it does. So when it knows that you're vibrating on an intention of pure not forgiveness, and pure giving, then it really gives back out of real. It really gives back because it knows that you aren't doing it.
So that's the law of attraction, isn't it?
Yes. I'd say,
Yeah.
I'd say. But I feel like a lot of people get that mixed up, like with if I just think positive, I'm gonna get a yacht.
Yeah.
And it don't work, now I'm judging myself and I'm a prick because I never did it properly or anything like that. You have to have action behind it. You can't just be thinking positive.
Yeah, like she says, action is the key to your success. So you can't just be passive and wait for a yacht to
good
drop from the heavens.
Good luck.
Yeah, so giving from a place of love gets the universe on your side, and more comes back to you.
Yeah, true.
That's basically the law of attraction. You have to become what you want to attract in your life.
Exactly. You do attract what you subliminally want to become. I guess.
No,
what you've known.
Yeah.
What you're used to. That's why it's not uncommon for an abusive relationship to reoccur that form again with another partner after so.
If you're still in that like mind space and stuff, because like if you learn from your previous relationship which was abusive, and then you realize what you actually want in your life. You want better in your life and you want positivity in your life. You're gonna attract that as well, especially if you put it out there. And
you gotta have it within first, of course. Sorry to go on again. Still talking about that giving thing. Another one of my family members, they buy me something, and then they'd be like, "Right, you owe me so and so," and I'd be like, "The fuck?
Oh, you shit!
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Buy me something. Buy me a gift or something
for favors, isn't it? Yeah.
And then just say you owe me this much, and I'm like, I never asked for this present. Like, what the hell's going on there? Sorry. It's madness. It's
too much. Yeah. So in still on the subject of giving, she goes, you should give away thanks. So that's being grateful. That's gratitude. You also have to be grateful for the things that you do have in your life, and be thankful as well, because most people aren't really they don't realize how blessed they are.
Trust me, they really don't. I'm not saying that I do, but
that you are
on a high horse again, as if I got how grateful and thankful I am and how other people don't. But
because you go in and out of it, innit? Sometimes you wake up, you're all grateful, you're thankful for what the Lord has provided for you and all that, and then at other times you're like,
fuck this shit, man. It's some fucked up joke. It's some game, and I never asked to be born.
Like I deserve more than this, basically.
Maybe that's probably the chatterbox.
Exactly, that could be the chatterbox. So smooth. Yeah, and give away information, which is why I love this series that we're doing it. So we're giving away information, and it's really useful information as well. And how you use that is up to you. But it's out there. At least we're putting it out there for people to engage with as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's a nice relationship. Like what me and Tawang have as well. Going sentimental now, but it's a win-win. It's not so mechanical and corporate. It's still friendship and play, but it's growth, man. It's growing together, and that happiness is big happiness, and that's best shared. So for us to have that foundation, but to share that also and grow within ourselves, as well as to help you guys grow, hopefully, that's living to me, man. That makes me happy, but not in a way of giving it and expecting stuff in return. I don't mind,
we don't mind if you wanna, donate to us, just £6 a month and all that. We're still gonna be doing this even if we don't get anything back. We like doing this.
Even if you have no watchers, or any subscribers, or one or something like that, I'd still be doing it because that one person could help them in it.
Yeah.
But it's also helping me as well grow as an individual.
Yeah, so be grateful, give away information, give away praise as well. People like to be appreciated, so it's good to
you gotta show them.
reassure them as well, because most people really doubt themselves and they don't really think they're as good as they actually are. So it's good to have someone on the outside telling you, reassuring you, and that helps keep you
But be real about it. Don't come to me with some bullshit like compliments. You trying to create some fake manipulative rapport with me.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called, a yes man. Someone who's like trying to always be on your good side and stuff.
Fuck them. Yeah. Like, fuck you. Sorry, not joking. But
unless you're watching, if you're a yes man and you're watching, keep watching. But yeah.
It's hard to explain. I'm not good at it.
So give away thanks, information, praise, time, money, and love. So when she says money, I guess she means like donating and stuff, supporting charities and whatnot. So it's still in the sense of giving, which is good as well. And love, give away love.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think a lot of people find not only love, but a few of them real hard. Because you gotta have that love within yourself in order to give it out. Yeah. Pure, real love, unconditional, absence of judgment. And know through all the negative energy vampires, you'll deal with it, you'll handle it. Because you're on a path of love, divinity, divine love that can't be put into language. You can't, you feel that shit in it. Yeah. You can only feel that, and it's a beautiful source.
Trust me.
Big source.
Yeah. And well, you can only give away money if you have money. So if you're broke, like I'm broke, so I can't really be giving away money. But
he says as his spaghetti's parked outside. He's got two of them, two spaghettis, or one Lamborghini. What one is it?
It's a Ferrari, not a Lamborghini.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. There's a difference. Come on.
Sorry.
Yes. Anyways. Yeah. So, and she actually she goes into spirituality. She goes on about connecting with your higher self, and how the more you are in sync with your higher self, the more that's gonna like also cause ripples of, growth in the other areas of your life as well.
And other people.
Yeah. And other people around you as well. Yeah. Yeah, and other people. So she outlines it like this, like there's the higher self, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the universal energy flow. So if you're in sync with your higher self, that's gonna help transform your life, which is, I guess, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, so there will be workings in there. And then with that, you connect with the universal energy, which involves other people as well. So the more positivity I share with you, I share with myself, comes out with you as well, and spreads like a virus of
fire, wildfire.
Yeah.
Just so with negativity as well. What's next then?
I think that's about near the end of it. When I wrote something else here, it says if we don't consciously and consistently focus on the spiritual part of ourselves, we will never experience the kind of joy, satisfaction, safety, and connectedness we all seek.
Did you write that yourself?
No, this is.
We're gonna say.
I'm not smiling out today. I'm not articulate.
Oh, that's bullshit, man. Change shit. That's the chatterbox, man. You just observed then. Tiny name is broke and tiny name is not articulate.
I don't have money. But yeah, I think that's near the end of it. But we should also talk about the affirmations she talks about.
Oh yeah, I can't remember them.
So one of the tools she mentions about using is like affirmations, like reminding yourself you can handle it if anything comes through.
She said rigorously or something when you start to begin. At such an extent, your friends and family may think like,
you're crazy.
Like whoa, what's going on here? I was like that as well when I first started. I had them all over my wall, and when you wake up, going back to the horse again, the horse is asleep and it's just waking up with you. You gotta get him early or her early. So as soon as you wake up, feed yourself some good food, read the affirmations, And when you're reading the affirmations as well, you can't do it with. You don't have to do it like that. The more you read it, the more you're gonna implicate it properly, solidly into your mind. Then you can actually start creating emotion and feeling within it once you read it.
Yeah.
It can come to gratification as well. Like the more you do it, the more powerful it's going to become.
Oh yeah.
Early in the morning, you do it early. You set the whole day out. You set the horse, so you're going to be riding it and taking it where you want it to go.
And she also mentions something about moving from pain to power. So the more you use the affirmations, and the more you use the other tools that she mentions, the more you're gonna move from pain to power. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna not feel fear, but there's more pain. There's more fear in pain than there is when you're feeling more powerful.
So, from victim mentality as well to victor.
Basically, yeah.
In that
So
sense.
You become more or less of a victim, and you take more responsibility as well.
I wish you could actually, the feelings you've had from that love, and when you've been working on the self-growth and all the affirmations, I wish you could somehow actually give that feeling to someone. You can in a way, but that's rushing it. If I can just give it to you, rushing it,
Then there's no, because you need to struggle to get there.
It's
so when there's no struggle, there's no really,
of course, man.
Even appreciation for that,
If I give you it straight away, it's like Grand Theft Auto when you've played it and you've got all the cheats.
All the cheat codes,
you completed it.
Give someone else the cheat codes.
2 hours becomes boring. There's nothing to do anymore. There's nothing going on.
Exactly. This is why I think the idea of a utopia.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's never gonna happen.
What?
It can't happen.
In our mind.
Even, anything's possible in our minds. Yeah. But just in society, as in a utopia society. If you give people a utopia society, they're gonna find a way to cause chaos. Do you know what I mean? Because if they're just happy all the time, and they have enough food, they have enough clothes, they have shelter, they have whatever. If everything's pristine like that, they're gonna find some way, because it's yin and yang in it. There's always chaos in order.
Maybe not necessarily utopia, euphoric sort of happiness then, but balance, all about balance.
Well, that's what it's about, it's about balance. It's about finding balance in everything.
I like one practice she does as well with her ex-husband. She sits down, meditates, closes her eyes or something, and she just imagines him. Imagine the people, and remember, you might not like hearing this, but you're playing a victim role where you're saying that this person's hurt you. Or it's hard for some people to bear that. Really, you put yourself in that position to get hurt like that, and you're hurting yourself and proceeding to carry on hurting yourself. The more you think about it as a burden and a traumatic experience, it's really hard for some people to deal with this truth. But what she does, say for her ex-husband, she imagines him in her head, and she just sends him love. I've done this meditating before, and it's big, man. Put your ego aside, or your macho-ness of I don't do that, or laughing and saying that's bullshit. Just try it. Actually try it. Because if you're watching this with a friend and you're two blokes, you might be laughing about it, But I know when you go home, you're not going to laugh about it, you're going to actually try it. I hope you do. Just
try it and see how it goes,
Trust me, you'll
doesn't have
feel
to try
good. And she imagines an aura of light around him or her, and she just gives them love and stuff like that. And by doing that, you go into really nice hypnotic sort of states. Yeah,
and it's sort of relieving on your side as well, because it's taking off this heavy burden that you had on yourself.
The world on your shoulders. It can feel like we allow ourselves to hold such poison in our bodies.
Yes, it's holding grudges, basically.
Yeah, stop doing it to yourself. You're not harming them. You're drinking poison, expecting them to die.
Exactly.
We need to forgive ourselves and just let go of it and just send love.
Trust me, it's not good to hold grudges.
No.
I think this rapper called Royce the 5'9" said, holding a grudge is like letting someone live in your head rent free.
Yeah, trust me, that's nice. I like that.
Come on.
That's big, that's true.
Don't hold grudges. It's not good for you.
Oh, the 5 second rule, or the 5 second rule, big book. We gotta do that.
What's that?
It's about this woman. She has a theory of like when an action comes, or say when your chatterbot comes, you've got 5 seconds to act on it. Otherwise, the chatterbox will consume it. Let's say the wave comes and it's a bit coming like that, and that's the chatterbox. So if she's thinking, this woman, she's thinking about her ex, and she's getting like anger or something like that, yeah, within 5 seconds, if you don't act on it, that'll turn into a tsunami, and then it will wreck a whole week or a whole day or a whole, as long as she isn't acting on it. So as soon as you get those thoughts...
Procrastination, innit?
Yeah, that as well, procrastination as well. As soon as you get those thoughts, think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or count down, change it up, go into your affirmations, block out the chatterbox, and become the governor of your mind, because if you don't, it's going to get governed.
Right. So, and it's also like about, that's basically like letting, it's prevention, innit? Like preventing a small problem from becoming a big problem, innit?
Mountains are molehills.
Yeah.
That's the majority of what things are in life.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Because if you if you ignore that small little, that dragon, we'll say, it's gonna grow larger.
They're like snowballs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Going down the hill.
It's going like, so, because that's you ignoring it, innit? And it's gonna come back later and bite you.
Trust me, yeah. And it will manifest into addiction, anger, like what's it? Just anger, explosive, like things. You treating yourself wrong. It can manifest into all sorts of different little things, and being in denial of it. We've really got to be friends to ourselves and observe the chatterbox and the mind, and know you can handle it once again, whatever it is.
Whatever it is that comes to you, you can handle it. Be it a job interview, fucking baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to say baby. Well, I think I can't handle a baby if I go a baby. Right?
No, you can handle it. Yeah. Forget the cliche, like bullshit. Your chatterbox might be talking to you as saying as well, like, oh, this is like so cliche and bullshit and positive attitude, my ass. Like that's your chatterbox already convincing you to stay in a negative sort of thinking.
Yeah,
it's really tricky. It is, but you just gotta keep being consistent with it and work out those muscles in the mind. But you can't just stop. Like, it doesn't matter how hench you get, if you work your full body out, if you stop working out, eventually it's gonna go to fat or sag or just go down in size. You know what I mean? You gotta keep working out daily.
Keep working out, man. Keep working out.
Just imagine the chatterbox as a friend inside your head as well. Would you really like chill with that guy or woman?
Oh yeah. Like if that was someone else
like
talking to you that way.
Yeah. So if I was like, just as an example, if I'm talking with his friend and I tell him like he's broke or he ain't artistic.
I'm not broke, what are you talking about?
Or like he's this and that and that and that, just negative shit. Are you really gonna like have that friend mingling around with you any much longer? Are you gonna tell him to like piss off?
Deuces. Right away, man. You have to cut out negativity from your life, right? I don't like some people focus too much on negativity and they just need to climb out of that space and see that there's more to life than that.
Yeah, trust me. You can really start to enjoy life, start really living rather than just existing and trying to make bullshit artificial like rapport, conversations or connections with people through this negativity. You gotta go in depth, you gotta dive really deep in governing your mind, like start watching the news and I know I'm telling people what to do, but I said don't watch the news and shit because you can't, I don't know anyone who watches the news with a big smile on their face like that. Has to always be one. Right, but this isn't the news. Oh yeah, that's reminding me like to help trick the mind into getting some serotonin or dopamine, you just like put the pen like in between your mouth here and then like it triggers like muscles to
Oh, yeah.
check the mind, so you release some good stuff into
to your system. Yeah. So yeah, just don't focus too much on negative news, because I mean, I disagree with him about not watching the news. Like, you should obviously keep informed, like know what's going on.
Nah, fuck
You
the
know,
news.
know what's going on. You know, what's going on with the government. You know, vote for Labour.
What's this turning into?
If you don't vote for Labour, I swear. If you don't vote for Labour, man, vote for Labour. Fuck terrorism, man.
Okay, so Tonga's voting for Labour, but obviously I'd like Labour to win as well, but I bet you 100,000k Labour are gonna win. Because like after we're saying in the last one, I know it's been negative.
No, but I'm only doing that because I feel the same way as well. Like,
You
part of
know
me
it's
is like,
fucking bullshit,
I bet
innit?
they're not gonna win, because it's the same thing with
We're going into politics now.
I don't like talking about politics, but yeah.
Should we do this?
Do what?
I don't know.
Talk about politics. What I'm talking about. Listen, just vote Labour, yeah. Fuck terrorism. That's all I'm saying.
The
But,
Fox
yeah.
hunting is bad as well.
Yeah.
Fox hunting's bullshit now. So have we got anything else for it?
No, that's it, really. No, and then it's still about saying yes to life. Yeah, she goes, say yes to life, participate. So, you know, don't be passive. You know, get involved in life. Move. Act. Write shit down, man. Like, you know, people need to learn how to articulate themselves, and because that's really powerful, man. If you know how to talk, how to express your ideas in a clear, concise way, and I'm still learning how to do that as well. This is why this is more for me than for you guys, really. But I'm glad it's for you. Like, you guys are finding value in this as well.
I respect the honesty.
Yeah, because we get to learn. You guys get to learn as well. That's great. So, you know, read. You know, sign up for like workshops and stuff for self-improvement. You know, find people that are on the same journey as you, or even who
Mindscreed workshops.
coming soon in your area.
Not very
Yeah.
soon. No.
Soon, but not soon.
Never.
And take a stand for what you believe in, or something like that. Just as, yeah. But yeah, it's a great book, man. Like, especially if you actually follow the methods that she actually outlines in it, I think you'll find it really helpful.
I agree, definitely. If you've got any like recommendations as well, please comment below like what books you want us to go over. And
Oh yeah, and next time I think we're gonna do what book? Should we?
I pick one. Can you pick the last one?
I picked this one, so
Alright then.
yeah.
Let's have a look. If you can carry on talking, I'm just gonna look through the list.
Yeah, so you know, this is a great book. It's read. It's how many pages? It's only like 250 pages. It's not that long, so you know, get the book. I think you'll get a lot of value from it. I haven't started using most of the methods, but I've been using affirmations and stuff, and that's really been boosting my confidence a lot. And Billy has a book that he's gonna recommend for next week. So we just did Susan Jeffers' Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways.
Thanks for watching
Thanks for watching.
as well.
Yeah, thanks for watching as well. Yeah. Are you gonna recommend a book or?
Yeah, the book for next week, well, if not next week when we do this again, is going to be The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Ooh. Wait, is there an audiobook for that? Is there an audiobook for that?
Yeah.
On YouTube, innit?
Huh?
On YouTube?
Maybe. I don't think so.
No, I think there is. No, there isn't. Yeah, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People for next week then. Yeah?
Yeah, big book. I was mixed between How to Win Friends and Influence and the 7 Habits.
Let's do that because I have that on Kindle.
Alright, we'll do.
Yeah.
Alright then. 7 Habits is enough. We could do it. How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Fucking amazing author. Like and subscribe.
Mindscreed, like and subscribe.
Yes,
Watch our last video.
Mindscreed.
look out for more of this. We'll be definitely doing this book series thing a lot. Like, we're not really reviewing the books as well. We're just talking about
Yeah, I use
the ideas in them.
I do that a lot.
All right, guys. See you next time.